Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to Fun Facts for Seatin. Now, yesterday I had one of my friends who's like a top level JP player message me saying that Blue Merlin is the best association for Escanor and the best association Merlin because she has better base stats than the other two. And I mentioned this in the Blue Merlin summon video, and about 20 people in the comments section said, Seatin, you're wrong. All copies of the same character have exactly the same stats, and this is actually true when you pull the character. However, today I've tested it for myself. I've got the data right here. As you level up characters and get them fully to 6-star awakened, the stats are actually slightly different when it comes to the Merlins. Again, I don't know what this is like for various other characters, and like generally if there's somebody like SR Gotha and SSR Gotha, the SSR one usually has much spicier stats. But in the case of the Merlins, they're all SSR characters to begin with. So what I've done here is I've removed all of the gear from the Merlins and made sure all the cosmetics are exactly the same across all 3 different characters for comparison. So just to show you, so you know, you think I'm not like bamboozling you, or you know I'm not bamboozling you, when it does come to the stat difference here, you can see like they're exactly the same across all 3 Merlins in terms of the ones that we do have equipped currently. So that's 2 of the Merlins. Then we just got 1 more to go, the final Green Merlin, and there's some pretty interesting stuff that I've found. Again, it's not like the biggest stuff in the world, but it's important to know, and it's good to know for the future as well. So again, just to show you, cosmetics exactly the same across all 3 Merlins. Now, at a screenshot, because I think that's probably the best way to compare all the stats here. If we have a look at Green Merlin, she actually has, for some reason, the most combat class on her base, but the attack and also health are the lowest. However, she does have the highest defense, but defense is pretty booty in a lot of scenarios. So yeah, that's probably the main stat that matters the least there. If we have a look at Red Merlin, she actually has the highest health value out of all of them, but exactly the same attack as the green version of Merlin, but also less defense in comparison. And if we have a look at the Blue Merlin, she is by far the highest attack value, some pretty decent defense as well, not quite as high as the green version of Merlin, but also she has more health than the green version and slightly less than the red version. But also for some reason much lower combat class as well, and I can't really figure out like why her CC is so low in comparison, because the base stats are, you know, they're higher, man. It just doesn't really make too much sense. So yeah, when it comes to damage output, if you're looking for the Merlin that gives the most damage with the Escanor association, it is actually the blue version of Merlin. So my friend who was a top 100 JP player, he was right, man. He's spitting raw facts. But I just wanted to put out this video because I received like so many comments after uploading that Blue Merlin summon that like all Merlins have the same stats. And again, it's not by like a huge margin. This stuff is still pretty minimal, but especially when you factor in the bonus attack that you gain from you know, gear sets and multiplier, it is still that additional little advantage in PvP, which if you're looking to be like a super try-hard top 100 whale, like myself, then it is something like good to know, man. So Blue Merlin, she does have a little bit more spice when it does come to the actual benefit that she gives from association, just if, you know, you wanted to know that fun fact. But obviously in terms of overall usefulness, like Green Merlin is just the greatest of all time. Man, she's by far the best Merlin, because Blue Merlin, at least from what I've heard so far, I'm gonna try and like build a team around her and make her work in PvP tomorrow, but from what I've heard about this character, she is absolute cheeks. So really only an association character if you want like even more out of your Escanor association. So yeah, just thought I'd share those findings with some of you that might be interested in kind of all this min-maxing stuff when it does come to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. But yeah, the bottom line is Merlins, they start with the same stats, but as soon as you level them up, the stats do vary, and each one of them has a stat that they're slightly more in. But yeah, the Green Merlin is actually the worst association. But again, these numbers aren't huge in terms of the association benefit, benefit, so it's not the biggest thing in the world, just something to keep in mind. Fun fact of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's quick video, please do smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.